Nice, France. Summer, 1976. The city was alive with the vibrant energy of tourists and locals alike. Basking in the golden glow of the Mediterranean sun, the French Riviera shimmered under the summer sun, its azure waters inviting and its beaches bustling with activity. Tourists flocked to its beaches, unaware of the daring plan brewing in the heart of the city. They were here for leisure, for the sun, the sea, and the charm of the Riviera, oblivious to the storm that was about to break. This was no ordinary tourist season. It was the backdrop for one of the most audacious bank heists in history. The Société Générale Bank, a symbol of financial security, stood tall and seemingly invincible. The target, Société Générale, a bank known for its impenetrable vaults. Its reputation for security was about to be tested in the most dramatic way possible. The prize millions of francs in cash and valuables. The sheer amount of wealth stored within those walls was enough to tempt even the most cautious of criminals. The stage was set for a real-life crime thriller. The kind of story that would be told and retold for generations, a tale of audacity and cunning. The audacity of the plan was breathtaking. It wasn't just about the money, it was about the challenge, the thrill of outsmarting the system. It involved meticulous planning, nerves of steel, and a touch of Riviera flair. Every detail had to be perfect, every move calculated to the second. This was not a smash-and-grab job. It was a sophisticated operation that would exploit a weakness in the bank's defenses, a vulnerability no one knew existed. The plan required precision and an intimate knowledge of the bank's inner workings. The mastermind behind this audacious plot was Albert Spaggiari, a charismatic photographer with a penchant for risk and a deep understanding of the bank's layout. His charm and intelligence made him the perfect leader for such a daring endeavor. He had assembled a team of skilled individuals, each with their unique talents, to pull off the impossible. From safecrackers to getaway drivers, each member played a crucial role in the plan. Their names would forever be etched in the annals of criminal history. The clock was ticking, and every second brought them closer to either infamy or disaster. The team had a limited window of opportunity to execute their plan. Timing was everything, and any misstep could mean the difference between success and failure. The pressure was immense, but the potential reward was even greater. The stakes were high, and the tension was palpable as the team prepared for the heist of a lifetime. The fate of Société Générale and the lives of those involved hung in the balance. The heist was more than just a crime. It was a gamble with everything on the line. The Riviera sun beat down, a silent observer to the drama about to unfold. As the city continued its summer revelry, a daring plot was set to change the course of history. Albert Spaggiari, the architect of the heist, was an enigma. His life was a tapestry of contradictions, woven with threads of bravery and criminality. A former soldier and decorated war hero, he possessed a sharp mind and a knack for strategy. His military background provided him with the discipline and tactical acumen that would later prove invaluable in his criminal endeavors. But beneath his charming exterior lay a cunning criminal, driven by a thirst for adventure and a disdain for authority. Spaggiari's dual nature made him both a charismatic leader and a formidable adversary. Spaggiari was a man of contradictions, a Robin Hood figure who captivated the public's imagination. He was seen as a modern-day outlaw, someone who challenged the system and lived by his own rules. He carefully selected his accomplices, a motley crew of skilled individuals with diverse backgrounds. Each member brought a unique set of skills to the table, making the team a well-rounded and efficient unit. There was Jacques Cassandri, a seasoned safecracker with nerves of steel. His expertise in cracking safes was unmatched, and his calm demeanor under pressure made him an invaluable asset. Then came the brothers, Jean and Bernard Souk, experts in electronics and surveillance. Their knowledge of cutting-edge technology allowed the team to stay one step ahead of the authorities. Rounding out the team were a handful of trusted associates, each playing a crucial role in the elaborate scheme. These individuals were handpicked for their loyalty and specific talents, ensuring that every aspect of the heist was covered. Together they formed a formidable team, bound by their shared ambition and Spaggiari's magnetic leadership. His ability to inspire and lead was the glue that held the group together. They spent months meticulously planning every detail of the operation. No stone was left unturned as they devised their strategy, ensuring that every possible scenario was accounted for. Blueprints were studied, routines were observed, and contingencies were planned for every eventuality. The team knew that the success of their heist depended on their preparation and attention to detail. The team operated in secrecy, their movements shrouded in shadows. They communicated in code and met in hidden locations to avoid detection. The stakes were high, but the potential reward was too great to resist. Each member of the crew understood the risks involved, but the promise of a massive payout kept them focused and determined. The allure of unimaginable wealth, coupled with the thrill of outsmarting the system, fueled their determination. For them, the heist was not just about the money, it was about proving their ingenuity and daring. They were ready to risk it all for a chance at a life-changing score. The heist represented a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to achieve their dreams and escape their ordinary lives. The stage was set, the actors were in place, and the curtain was about to rise on their audacious performance. With everything in position, the team was poised to execute one of the most daring heists in history. The weekend of July 17th arrived, bringing with it a sense of anticipation and excitement. The city of Nice was abuzz with the excitement of Bastille Day celebrations. Streets were filled with joyous crowds, music and laughter. Fireworks lit up the night sky, creating a dazzling display of colors and sounds. The festive atmosphere masked the silent operation unfolding beneath the city streets. Under the cover of darkness, Spaggiari and his team infiltrated the bank's seemingly impenetrable vault. They had meticulously planned every detail of the heist. Months prior, they had rented a safety deposit box, gaining legitimate access to the bank's inner sanctum. This clever move allowed them to study the vault's layout and security measures. Working tirelessly through the weekend, they chiseled through the vault's reinforced concrete walls. The noise of their efforts was cleverly masked by the city's festivities above. Inside the vault, a treasure trove awaited. The sight was both awe-inspiring and overwhelming. Stacks of cash, gold bars, and jewelry were neatly arranged, each item representing a small fortune. Other valuables lined the shelves, a testament to the bank's immense wealth and the audacity of the heist team. The sheer volume of riches was staggering. It was a scene straight out of a heist movie, the air thick with anticipation and the weight of their actions. Every second counted, and the tension was palpable. As they loaded their loot into bags, a sense of exhilaration filled the air. They had done it. They had pulled off one of the most daring heists in history. They had breached the supposedly impregnable fortress of Societe Generale and claimed their prize. The sense of accomplishment was immense. The team worked with precision, their movements practiced and efficient. Each member knew their role and executed it flawlessly. They were in the belly of the beast, surrounded by riches, yet acutely aware that their time was running out. The clock was ticking, and they needed to make their escape before dawn broke. The pressure was immense, but they remained focused. Every second brought them closer to either freedom or capture. Communication was key. They used hand signals to coordinate their actions, ensuring that no word was spoken that could alert anyone outside. With bags of loot in hand, they moved swiftly and silently, their hearts pounding with the thrill of the heist and the fear of getting caught. Their exit route was a narrow tunnel they had painstakingly dug over the past months. It was their lifeline, their path to freedom. As they emerged from the tunnel, the first light of dawn began to break. They had made it. The heist was complete, and they had escaped with their prize. The city of Nice began to wake up, unaware of the audacious crime that had taken place beneath its streets. The heist would go down in history as one of the most daring and well-executed of all time. Section 4. The spoils of a long weekend. By Monday morning, the city awoke to a shocking discovery. The Societe Generale Bank, a symbol of security and stability, had been compromised. News of the heist spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves through the French Riviera and beyond. The scale of the robbery was staggering. Millions of francs, along with a trove of valuables, had vanished into thin air. The audacity of the crime, carried out right under the noses of the authorities, was a slap in the face to law enforcement. The French police launched a full-scale investigation, determined to bring the perpetrators to justice. The public was captivated by the daring heist. Who were these masterminds who had pulled off such an audacious crime? The story became a media sensation, with every detail scrutinized and analyzed. Theories abounded, and the pressure mounted on the police to crack the case. Meanwhile, Spaggiari and his team lay low, dividing the spoils and reveling in their newfound wealth. They had outsmarted the system, disappearing into the labyrinthine streets of Nice, leaving behind a trail of empty safety deposit boxes and bewildered authorities. Their victory, however, would be short-lived. Section 5. Whispers in the Shadows. Despite their meticulous planning, Spaggiari and his team had made one crucial mistake. They had left behind a witness, a former associate with a grudge. This disgruntled accomplice, feeling cheated out of his share of the loot, would become their undoing. Driven by greed and a desire for revenge, he contacted the authorities, offering to trade information for immunity. The police, desperate for a break in the case, listened intently as he revealed the identities of the masterminds behind the Société Générale heist. Whispers of the heist and its perpetrators spread through the criminal underworld. The walls were closing in on Spaggiari and his team. Their days of freedom were numbered as the long arm of the law began to tighten its grip. The information provided by the informant proved invaluable. The police now had names, faces, and a starting point for their investigation. The net was closing in and the clock was ticking for the Riviera's most notorious criminals.